So we are on a principle of understanding how to find real self. So we have three questions to answer according to the teaching. What is not real self? That is one. And in that, what is not real self, we have to clearly understand we are not the three physical bodies. And we have covered uh, we are not the physical body, we are not the subtle body. In these sessions, these are the knowledge bites. If I do not contemplate and reflect, nothing will happen. So that brings us. So, yeah, what is not real self? We are none of the three bodies. We are not the five sheets. Now, I know it. I know that you know it. But the state is not there. It is the third body, which is known as causal body. Are you getting it? So don't get offended. Yeah. Seeker is not offended. But if you are offended, you are not a seeker. When your subtle body realizes that happens in the mind, the intellect understands. Ego is crushed because the real self will not reveal in the presence of ego. And the vasanas, the fourth concept comes, the vasanas. We will talk about it. Now let us take some bites about the causal body. We have covered physical body, we have covered subtle body, and now comes the causal body. When the mind is crazy, what you do? You try to make responsible the outer situation at the social, mental, emotional level. That is one of the symptoms of causal body. No, 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 I'm very busy, so, you see that, I cannot attend the session, causal body. I don't feel good, causal body. They're just trying to understand. By this causal body, if we do not understand it clearly, the mind remains crazy on one account or the other. The intellect is paralyzed. The ego enjoys hiding. And the vasana, the storehouse of our impression, blocks the journey of the real self. Do you know me? Yes, I know you, causal body. What do you know about me? This causal body is present all the time until we realize this real self. I lived with the master for 26 years and I think it is only 26 hours, not more than 26 hours. Internally, I feel, oh, I should have lived more. Oh, I'm very busy, I cannot attend, I cannot pay you. Don't pay me. Are you attending the session regularly? I'm taken care of by these two great people, so I don't need that. I'm okay. Do you commit yourself to the journey of the self discovery? No, no, it's my right that I should say that I cannot pay you. Causal body. Causal body. Understand that. Once you understand this causal body, and you are going to be a teacher in this line, you have to understand, you have to tolerate a lot of things. It is not that, I'm a coach and a mentor. No. Crush this idea that you are a mentor and a coach. You continue your journey. So now, understand intellectually this causal body is the cause of physical body and the cause of subtle body. You already know subtle body. It contains the five sense organ, five motor organs, mind, intellect, and the five energy functions. Do you feel uncomfortable? Causal body. Do you see that causal body? Anastasia, you have to learn slowly. Knowledge is realized in stages. You should not be in a hurry. She sent a wonderful email. We are trying to understand the subtle body expresses itself in thought, speech, and action, which is the result of my awareness. Awareness of what? Awareness of what? Are you aware of me? Yes, I'm aware of your physical body. No, no, I'm saying, are you aware of myself? Are you aware of me? No, no, I'm aware what you are speaking. No, no. Are you aware of me? So then only we can reach the causal body. And if the mind is crazy, the intellect is paralyzed, the ego breaks, ego gives the condition. Nothing is going to happen. Causal body. And that is why we should understand the discernment and dispassion. We have to follow that discernment and dispassion. And I will recall you the understanding of the truth, the false self, the false that appears true, but it is not true. Water in the mirrors. Recall that. Coming directly to the causal body again. Cause of the physical is physical body and the subtle body is the causal body. We have understood the cause of the material cause of the physical body is matter and the efficient causes. Do you remember? All our past impressions, seed impressions, where the vasana, I use the word vasana, all my past impressions are accumulated, they are present there. From there it comes. No, I don't want to attend your session. No, I want to attend your session. Both comes from the causal body. So we have understood the physical body, material cause. Pay attention. Material cause is the matter, efficient cause is the past impression, repository, reservoir of all the impressions. That triggers the subtle body, and the subtle body takes an action. Function of the physical body is the sorrow, joy, and the mixed experiences. If I claim I am the physical body, then I take birth and death, which is a fact, which is a truth. Follow this truth. You are happy. You know this is the truth. That is discernment. But if I'm not the physical body, then who am I? Then I go to the subtle body. What is subtle body? Material cause of the subtle body is again the five elements. Matter. It's purely matter. Can you listen to me without matter? See the material cause. If there is no space, there is no air, ears, physical, plus consciousness. So one is the material causes, the five elements of the subtle body that makes five sense organs, five motor organs, and the five energy functions plus mind in the intellect. And if the mind is not clear, why it is not clear? Efficient causes the same past impressions. Two causes, material cause and the efficient cause. It is only because of these 17 factors of the causal body I think, I speak, I feel, I touch, I see. So I have the knowledge of touch, recognition, feeling, and the touch. Based on that, my mind and the ego creates an idea and a thought coming from the causal body. Are you getting it? Coming from the causal. No, no, you are good. Doesn't make any difference. No, no, you are worst. Doesn't make any difference. Both are coming from the subtle body. Are you getting it? Do you want to taste the causal body again? I told you, I asked you a simple question. Do you know me? I know you. I take it for granted. So that thought, that idea, that feeling expressed by the subtle body coming from the causal body. So I start living at the surface level. When I start living at the surface level, then I forget the real self. No, no, let me ask you, do you know yourself? No, I know myself. What do you know? Do you know your physical body? Yes. Do you know your subtle body? Yes. You are neither the physical body nor the subtle body. I believe you all are paying attention. So when I claim and then I realize I do not know, what is this I do not know? Ignorance. Causal body is made up of ignorance. That is what I was trying to say. At at every moment in my life, I can claim that I am aware, but I'm aware of what? Until I know and discover the real self. The causal body is living and taking over the subtle body and the physical body in all my activities. In all my activities, thought, speech, and action. I'm good to you. And the next moment, I am agitated and reacting. Causal body. Are you getting it? So then I paralyze my intellect and I rationalize. So that rationalization is again the effect of the causal body. What causal body is made up of? It is made up of ignorance. That material of the causal body is ignorance. Do I know my real self? No. Until then, whatever I'm doing in my life, in my thought, speech, and action, it is coming from the ignorance. Ignorance is misunderstanding, incomplete knowledge. Ignorance makes me forget the real self. Ignorance declares that you don't know the real self. It is made up of ignorance because it makes us run after the world to claim real self is outside. We will continue a couple of uh, sessions for that. I'm trying to express in a way so that you can easily understand. The causal body, or it is known as Karan Sharira. It is the combination of physical body plus the subtle body plus ignorance and plus vasanas. It records whatever I have spoken, thought of it, feel and touch, all are deposited and then accumulated into this causal body, and ultimately over a period of time it becomes a reservoir of the impressions. No, I eat pasta. I like pasta. I enjoy pasta. What is the ignorance in it? That is also made up of the causal body when you say, I enjoy eating pasta. How come? So that is the second part. This ignorant, this causal body is also the source of pleasure in contact with the world outside. Are you enjoying my session? It is coming from outside. It is also causal. So we are always free. We just express, and that is all. You got it, very good. You don't get it, very good. Stephen. Huh? Source of pleasure. I'm just introducing the causal body and then we will go step by step. I'm just making you aware. I enjoy your session. I also say thank you very much. I appreciate it. You enjoy my session. But that has come in contact with a person outside. Anything that you enjoy, that is the result of contact with the outer world. That comes from the causal body. Because you lost your awareness that the happiness is within you. Are you getting it? Say yes. Even if you don't get it, say yes, no problem. Do you see that? So it is the source of ananda or pleasure in the objects of the world. We enjoy, feel pleasure in the world is coming from this body. But due to ignorance, we feel. Due to ignorance, we feel, we experience, we declare. What we declare? That you have given me peace and happiness. The teachers, our goal is to remove that ignorance. I'm giving you the knowledge bites about the causal body today, and then as we continue, we will go deeper. Now, when the student asks in one of the texts, no, what is the material cause of this causal body? We say it is the subtlest form of matter. Technically, it is ignorance. Do you know Einstein became famous? Einstein theory of relativity, E is equal to mc square. Or simply put, energy is converted into matter, matter is converted into energy. You don't see the energy, it is present in the space. So it is the subtlest matter causal body is made up of. It's still made up of the matter, but it is the subtlest matter. And what that matter is known as ignorance. And that ignorance contains all the impressions, reservoir of impressions, material, ignorance, and another word that I will use later, prakriti. So again, understand that the components of the, how dare you say me, expression is the subtle body, but the cause is coming from the causal. Why you are upset? Why you are happy? Why you derive pleasure from the world outside? Why you are upset? Why you are angry? Why you are reacting? All coming from the causal body, expressed by the subtle body. Effect is felt at the physical body, but I'm none of these three bodies. Until those impressions which causes the ignorance is totally purified, emptied, we do not reach to that state of awakening our real self. Have you not seen the tree and the seed? That seed contains the entire tree. So another component of the causal body is that seed of ignorance is there. Are you getting it? Say yes. Always say yes. That would be seed, a small seed, and it becomes a big tree. And that big tree is what I call my life. It came out of ignorance. I'm just painting a picture. What I claim, my life, my honey. I have a problem with my honey. No, no, my honey is wonderful. My kids are very good. Huh? I don't like your expression. I like your expression. Whatever you are expressing through thought, speech, and action, that seed of ignorance has become a tree in your personal, professional, social, situational conditions in the life. I am none of them. So when I realize that I am none of them, not intellectually, we paralyze the first, obviously, first step is definitely I should recognize by intellect, by understanding. But then I use the same intellect to enter into another ignorance. It is like a tree sprouting from within a seed. When it existed in potential or unmanifested form. another point, knowledge bites. Then we will go systematically one after the other. Why I'm not going systematically now? Because you should get a feel that how the causal body is taking over my life. You get upset over me, not you never get upset over me. The impressions of being upset is already there in the causal body being expressed by the subtle body at the physical level. That is why you say that you are upset with. It doesn't make any difference to me. But you, because you are upset, you have created another impression in the causal body. Nothing mystical. Everything is very clear in our journey. The causal body serves as a source from the subtle and the gross body. Oh, another knowledge bite. Physical body has a certain age, we already know 70, 80, 90, 100. Huh? One Indian yogi, physical yogi, got a national award. He is 126 years old. I was just watching. That is the physical life. The subtle body lives much more than the physical body, and the causal body lives until the dissolution. Try to think. I'm just giving you those bites, and then we will make everything clear. Simple example, the plastic bottle. There is a maker of this plastic bottle. One person has made it, so maker. So that maker is an efficient cause, and the material cause is plastic. Clear? Now, even this plastic is crushed into a plastic, the potential plastic bottle is present in that crushed plastic, isn't it? It is present. The pot maker can conceive it. Huh? That's what we see a recycle. Why I said so? As Girish is going to be recycled after a few years, it will take physical birth in a different form. So don't build your ego. You see that I have achieved. I am so beautiful. This physical body is recycled. And the impressions that this subtle body contains uses this coming from the causal body. Coming from, did you understand? I'm none of these three bodies. But how? Oh, the intellect. I know I'm none of these three bodies. No, we are attached. Attachment and detachment is there. The mental, emotional dirt is there in my life of attachment and detachment. Intellectual paralysis is there. Ego is there. Past impressions are there. Unless they are completely erased, we cannot reach and find and discover our real self. That causal body, once all its impressions are emptied, the mind realizes emptiness. In that state of emptiness, the real self reflects. I know. Once you know, it cannot be undone. No teacher outside can tell you that you have achieved. Teacher may know it, you, but you know yourself. You reach to that state, it is undone. You don't wake up in the morning, you awaken in the morning. When you sleep, you discover that sleeping state is different from you. Something inside still vibrates in deep sleep. You know it. We will continue our journey about this causal body. Close your eyes. Let us start our practice.